Okay, so I left the previous one in the draft just to show you what less scrap is. When less scrap is selected, you notice how I can't type anything in this less scrap box, but I can once it's selected. That's when it gets activated. What less scrap means is, let's say there was I'm returning something, and the total weight of the coil was 7,500 pounds, like in this case, 7,519. But the customer took 3,000 pounds and scrapped it. So what I do is I don't give a credit back to the customer for that, because when they scrap something, they're getting a credit back from the scrap company that's coming to pick up that material. Okay, so I'll deduct or I'll add 10 cents to this. So rather than giving them the credit for $38.87, I'm now giving them a credit only for $38.77. Does that make sense? Okay. So that's right. It's a cost. So less scrap price is a cost. I don't want to give back a credit for something that I'm not getting back. So they say, well, you charged me $38.87, but if they're not returning my full material, why should I give them a credit back for the full material? What they're going to do for that 3,000 pounds that they're not giving me back is they're going to scrap it, meaning they're going to give it to the scrap company. And when the scrap company picks that up, the scrap company is giving them money back for that steel. Okay, so if I gave them the full credit, they're making double the money. So what I do is I say, well, I'm not going to give you whatever the rate is, 10 cents, let's say. I'm going to take 10 cents off your credit. So rather than giving you a $38.87 credit, I'm going to give you a $38.77 credit.
There are three accounts still. Now here's where I don't.
Okay.
I get a little bit nervous.
That's what less scrap price
those
means.
Claim accounts.
And then eventually in phase 2, we're going to develop something called a cost of poor quality report, which will reflect these kind of things. It's basically an analysis report, which we're going to have to do manually.
I just want to be sure.
So that's what that less scrap is.
I get all freaked out with these guys.
Okay. So that's pretty much it for the credit authorization form and how things work and the logic behind them. Unfortunately, like we saw, I can't really create credit notes to show you the full process or do receiving.
All right.
But that's the process: is create the credit authorization form for invoices or tags. Do the receiving if they require tags. Once it's received, then the accounting department can do the credit. That's the process. All right.